Good morning, Dundalk Middle School. This is Demetrius.
And Riley.
Bringing you your morning announcement.
On WDMS News.
Today is Friday, May 27th, 2016, A-Day. Today in history.
Here's a look at this day in history. May 27th.
In 1647, the first execution of an alleged witch in America took place in Salem, Massachusetts. On this day in 1937, San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge opened to traffic. Today in 1999, a UN tribunal indicted Serbian leader Slobodan Milosevic for crimes against humanity, holding the Yugoslav president personally responsible for the terrors of Kosovo. And on this day in 1941, a German giant sank into the Atlantic. The Bismarck was the most powerful battleship in World War II. After it destroyed the HMS Hood, Britain's fleet went into pursuit. Thousands of shell rounds later, the Bismarck slipped into the murky depths, taking most of her crew. And that's this day.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the DMS Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I am safe, I am respectful, and I am responsible at Dundalk Middle School and in my community.
Please be seated.
Today's math problem is, this pencil case has a volume of 1,224 pi centimeters cubed. It costs $14.99. Is it a better deal than any of the other vases? Be sure to let your math teacher know if you can solve it.
And here's Rachel with today's weather.
It was 67 degrees this morning. It will be a nice day today with some isolated afternoon thunderstorms. And we should reach a high this afternoon of 85 degrees. Here's the weather for the remainder of the week. Now for the sports report. The Orioles lost their fourth straight game last night. They've amazingly remained in second place in the AL East. They head to Cleveland for a series against the Indians now. Back to you, Riley and Demetrius.
Thank you, Rachel. Now for the word of the day. The topic for this week's words of the day is the prefix "d," which means down or opposite. Today our word is devour. When they must have been starved, she devoured her food. Can you determine what devour means? Once again, today's word of the day is devoured.
Now here is a message from our recycling crew. Recycle now.
Hi everybody, this is Destiny to tell you that today is Recycling Day. The recycling crew will be around after the 7th grade lunch to collect your recycling cans. So teachers, please place your cans in the hallway. Students, don't forget to recycle your cans, bottles, and papers. Thank you and have a great day.
Recycling crew dismissed.
Oh my goodness. Alright, good morning, Dundalk Middle School. This is Riley with a few words of wisdom. A French philosopher, Blaise Pascal, once said, "Most of a man's trouble comes from his inability to be still." Let's think about that. It can be really hard to find the time to be still in today's world. So many people are racing around, running in a dozen directions, stressed out and cranky. I wonder what would happen if everyone would just turn off the world for a few moments every day and be still. Being still helps us get in touch with our feelings, and it allows us to stop and listen to our conscience. We are more likely to come up with creative solutions to our troubles if we take time to be still. And being still gives us an opportunity to think about the choices we are making. Today, find a few minutes and turn off all the noise, the TV, the radio, the video games, and just sit and think and be still. Watch the grass grow or the sun go down. You'll never know. Maybe Pascal is right, and one of your troubles will ride off into the sunset. Well, something to think about. This is Riley. Make it a great day or not. The choice is yours. And here's Mr. Parrish.
Good morning, Team DMS. A reminder that in observance of Memorial Day weekend Monday, we will be back in school on Tuesday. Students in homeroom today, your homeroom teachers will be giving you a parent survey. Please make sure that parent survey goes home to your parents and that your parents have an opportunity to complete the survey and send it back regarding Dundalk Middle School. The grade level that has the greatest number of parent surveys completed and returned, I will treat that grade level to an ice cream incentive at lunch. So again, it's very important that we receive parents' feedback about Dundalk Middle School. in order to continue to make improvements to make us, again, one of the top middle schools in Baltimore County. So students, the incentive for you is make sure your parents complete it, but you also have to return it. Once you return it, they need to go down to the office, and the grade level, again, with the largest number of parent surveys completed and returned will receive an ice cream incentive from me at lunch. Students, please remember during the last few weeks of school that we still right now continue to take park makeup testing, so it's very important that students' behavior in the hallways is appropriate, quiet, SR squared, so that way students taking the test have an optimal testing environment. In the last week, we have done a hall sweep, and again, we might continue still doing hall sweeps until we see hallways cleared. Students should not be reporting to class late. Teachers, please hold children accountable who do come to class late. And we need to make sure students, if you're in the hallway and it's not in between classes, you must have a pass. Again, you must have a pass or you're going to be directed back to your original location to get a pass. This concludes my announcements. Let's have a wonderful, safe Friday and a wonderful weekend, Team DMS. Thank you.
This is Demetrius.
And Riley, have
Have a fantastic Friday and a good Memorial Day.
We will see you back at school Tuesday.